What is up, Sexy Beast? Crazy Rabbit here, and today we're going to be doing the top 5 campiest maps in Call of Duty Zombies. This is going to be everything from World War to Black Ops 3, and for this list, we're going to have to at least include one map from every single game. The reason for that is because I don't want this entire list to be nothing but Black Ops 3 maps, because once you introduce Gobblegum, every map in Black Ops 3 becomes a camping map. So taking the number 5 spot is going to be every single Black Ops 1 map. Now let me explain. Black Ops 1 was definitely not made for camping. You really don't have any good wonder weapons for it. You don't have strong enough wall weapons or box weapons compared to a lot of other guns and zombies. Black Ops 1 has the shittiest, and I mean that in terms of damage, and there's really just no perfect areas to just sit your ass off and camp. There's no long hallways like a lot of other maps have, so camping in Black Ops 1 just really wasn't a possible thing. If you want to get to high rounds, you actually had to run a strategy. You had to use traps, you had to use your wonder weapon, you had to use your Gersh device if you had it on that map. You had to actually use a lot of different things and strategies to get to high rounds, and camping was just not one of them. You really could not camp in Black Ops 1 unless you want to get to round 20. Then after that, that's when I would definitely say that ammo is going to be a huge problem, and your weapons just not putting out enough damage is also going to be another huge problem. So that's why I decided to put all the Black Ops 1 maps at number 1, just because there's really no spot or even a map that stands out to me that says, hey, I'm camper friendly. So taking the number 4 spot is going to be Der East. Whether it's the World War, Black Ops 1, and or Black Ops 3 version, I'm pretty sure we all know of the exact location I'm talking about, and it's that damn catwalk we all love so much. I'm pretty sure the catwalk is one of the most iconic camping places in zombies. Whether you're sitting up there with the MG42, the Black Ops 1 Wunderwaffe, or the Black Ops 3 Draken, no matter which game or which weapon you have, you're always going to go sit up on that catwalk for as long as possible. I think in World War, the longest I've been able to stay up there is the upper 30s. I think in Black Ops 1 it's around the same. And I know in Black Ops 3, I think the longest I was able to stay there is until around 45. I think at that point, that's just when ammo was becoming too big of a concern, and I just didn't have enough to finish the round off. So you can kind of camp on that catwalk for a very, very long time. Now there are some other camping locations in Der East, but really this is by far the best one. And if you're playing in Black Ops 1 or World War, you can always throw some bouncing betties or claymores right behind you, so if the zombies get a little bit too close, the claymores and betties will take care of them. In Black Ops 3, that's not really a possibility because those trip mines fucking suck. And also, you can always kind of stand a little bit close to the ledge or the window, so that way if the zombies overrun you, you can just hop off and go do something else. The Der East catwalk, I definitely think, is just one of the most memorable spots in zombies. Alright, taking number 3 spot is going to be Zetsubo no Shima. Now, Zetsubo actually has a lot of different camping spots. Probably the main one that everybody thinks of when they think of Zetsubo is going to be that Easter egg boss fight hallway. So, once you go down the elevator, you have that entire long-ass hallway to go through. That is a very, very good camping spot, especially when you have the KT-4. Really, anywhere in this map can become a camping spot as long as you have the KT-4 and alchemical antithesis. Once you have those two, you can kind of go almost anywhere in the map and just sit yourself in a little corner and just shoot the KT-4 at the ground, and when you run low on ammo, pop that Gobblegum, and you're going to get all your ammo back, and some. So really, almost any spot in this map can be a camping spot, but there definitely are some better ones than others. So once you actually do the Easter egg and you get that little area open, you get an extremely long hallway, which is actually longer than the catwalk, and you also get an escape route. If the zombies start overrunning you, you can always just hop in the elevator and you have a quick escape. The only downside about that spot is you actually have to play Zetsubo no Shima, and you actually have to do a pretty decent amount of the Easter egg before you can get to this spot, and that's not something I want to do every time I play. But if you're like me and you don't want to do that, there are still plenty of other spots. You can go sit yourself in a corner, use the KT-4, get your alchemical antithesis, kind of helps if you have the shield, and you're going to be set for days. So that's why I put this map at number 3. Alright, and taking number 2 spot is going to be Der Eisendrache. So I think Der Eisendrache also has one of those memorable spots that will go down in zombies history, and it's right out of spawn, right next to Quick Revive. As long as you don't open that door, you get your Stormbow, you can sit there for a very, very long time. I've only ever sat there till the upper 50s because after that I usually quit my game, but I've seen people camp there for a very, very long time. Once you get alchemical antithesis, really with any wonder weapon in Black Ops 3, it becomes a god weapon and you can sit there for a very, very long time. The only real problem with this map and camping, and the reason it's not number 1, is the Panzer. Once he spawns in, he kind of fucks up your camping spot no matter where you're at. You actually have to run around and deal with him before you can go back into your camping spot because that Panzer is kind of a tank. Not so much of a tank as George Romero, but he still is a tank, and you do have to deal with him before you can go back into your camping spot. And that's why this map is at number 2 and not at number 1. And really, that's the only spot I can think of in Der Eisendrache where you can really just sit back, relax, and camp your ass off. There are some other spots where I think you could get away with camping, but those are nowhere near as good as this spot, and that's why it's at number 2. Alright, and taking the number 1 spot is going to be Buried. Now, Buried is definitely the campiest map in Call of Duty Zombies history because you can camp your ass off from round 1 if you're lucky enough with the bank and the box. If you get the Paralyzer and Vulture Aid, You can camp your ass off until I think round 70. I think that's where the cutoff actually is. But 1 through 70, those rounds are going to be incredibly easy. You don't have a boss zombie to deal with. All you have to do is find a good corner or ledge and just sit your ass there, whether it be any of the numerous ledges near Jug or the actual Jug hallway itself. All you need is Paralyzer and Vulturate. And really the only thing you have to be aware of is the Paralyzer's recharge time. If it actually starts to get up there and you actually need to recharge this weapon, just hop in the green gas and let it recharge, and then once it's done, hop out of the green gas and keep doing what you're doing, and occasionally move your character forward and backward, and that's literally it. If you don't want to go get all your perks, don't worry, you don't have to go get all your perks, because every now and then the witches will spawn and they're incredibly easy to deal with, and they give you a free perk. So Buried by far, in my opinion, is definitely one of the campiest maps in Call of Duty Zombies history, and I'm very curious to know, what is your guys' list? Let me know in the comments, and if you guys could, please leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. Peace.